Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. If you missed yesterday's video where I sat down and cashed out all of the savings challenges that I finished in October and added those to my sinking funds, you're going to want to go back and check that out. That was sort of part one of this process. And now I am sitting down to finish it up here, and I'm going to go through and track all of my spending from my sinking funds and pull out the cash that I need to pay my credit card. I put all of our sinking funds transactions on a credit card throughout the month, and then at the end of the month I pull out the cash that I need to pay that credit card off so that we are not carrying balances. So that is what I'm going to do in today's video. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Okay, so before I can figure out how much we spent overall, there's a couple of transactions I need to add in here. Starting out with on October 23rd, my husband and I went to PetSmart. So from our pets fund, we spent a total of $39.87. We returned a PetGate. You can see here, $119.76. We returned that, got that $119.76 back, and then spent $39.87 more. So I'm actually going to cross this off because, oh wait, I'm not going to cross this off. I'm lying. Luckily this is erasable pen. So that money was still spent. It just ended up going to a different location, plus an additional $39.87 more. Okay. On the 24th, I had a Stitch Fix box, and so out of clothing, I actually had some credits to cover most of what I spent, but the amount that I did spend out of pocket was $13.16. Okay, from hobbies, on the 25th, my husband bought some stuff for hunting, and the amount that he spent was two different transactions. So $19.06 for one and $26.49 for the other. Hopefully we have enough in that hobbies fund to cover that. If not, we're gonna go negative. $26.49. And I'm writing down exact change here, but I'll be pulling cash obviously without coin because I don't have any coins. We'll just round up and pull a little bit more cash than we need, which is fine. On the 28th, we took Maple to be groomed. I came out of pets, and that was $51.20. And then lastly, from hobbies, on the 28th, actually, I think I have that date wrong. What was the date that I bought that? I bought a book. It was the 27th. So this is a little bit out of order. It was from Audible. It's coming out of hobbies. And it was $13.12. And if you're curious what it was Dinner for Vampires. It's Bethany Joy Lenz's memoir, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, that's everything that we spent from our sinking funds, so we gotta add this all up and take this money out before we can get a feel for what we have to start November. So let's go ahead and do some quick math, and we'll pull out the cash at the end. All right, so from medical, we have 60 plus 41.82, and that was it from medical for a total of 101.82. So we're going to take 102 out of medical. Okay, for clothing, I'm just going to use the same color. Just want to highlight them so I make sure that I have added them up. We had $29.67 for clothing, plus 13, 16, and that was it for clothing, for a total of $42.83. So we're going to take 43 out of clothing. Okay. Ooh, we spent a lot in hobbies. We don't have enough for hobbies. So hobbies is going to end up negative, and I will just make sure to add some extra money to it next month. 71 plus 52.76. I don't think I realized quite how much I was spending in hobbies. 169.31, so 170 in hobbies, and we don't have that, so we're gonna have to borrow it from somewhere else to make those ends meet. And also, I just realized that I had a transaction that I did not add in here. I did a little shopping trip to Walmart over the weekend, and I could, some of it was clothes, some of it was hobbies, some of it was snacks. I could separate it all out, but I don't want to do that. I'm lazy. So let's just add it all up as shopping, and hopefully I don't go negative in this one as well. So this was also $10.27. I bought some Halloween costume stuff and stuff for a party at my aunt's house. Shopping was $174.90. All right. So I think shopping we're going to go negative in as well. And I don't know why I didn't highlight these hobbies as I went. So 71, 52.76, just making sure I did this right. 19.06, 26.49, 170. Okay, yeah. All right. And also forgot about the money I pulled out for Austin, $100 for his indoor soccer league. I didn't do a rough draft before I sat down. I should have. Hopefully I didn't forget anything else. I guess I'll find out in a minute because I know what's on my card. So as long as what is on my credit card, all of the amounts that I need to withdraw adds up to that, then I know I haven't forgotten anything. Okay, Austin. 44.46 plus the 100, 144.46, so 145. Okay, home. It's 98.43, so 99 from home. Okay, pets. This is another one that we may end up negative in. 119.76 plus 39.87 plus 51.20. $211 in pets. Yep, we're over in that one as well. Looks like I missed a hobbies here. $13.12, so 170 plus 13, we'll do 183 from here. Okay, and then lastly we had shopping for 175, which is another one that we are over budget in. So we definitely overspent in some categories and spent more than we saved, but overall this is way better than how we ended last month, if you remember, so I feel good about that. Let's go ahead and figure out what our ending balances are. Okay, so we started Austin off with 0. We added 250, we take away 145, that's going to leave him with $105. For camping, we started with 143, we added 57, we didn't take anything away, so that's 200 there. For car, we started with 10. We added 140. We didn't take anything away, so we are left with a total of 150. For celebrations, we started with 85. We added 155. We did not take anything away, so we have a total of 240. Okay. For Christmas, we started with 20, we added 80, we didn't take anything away, so it's now sitting at 100. For clothing, here we go. We started with 0, we added 150, we took away 43, which means we should have 107 there. For emergency, we started with nothing, we took away nothing, but we added 250. For hobbies, we started with 85, we added 15 to make it an even 100, but we spent 183, which means we're going to start out with negative 83. Okay, for home, started with 10, we added 140, so that's 150, we took away 99. You know what, I'm just going to take away 100, because that's going to keep me with an even number, and I prefer that, which means we'll have $50 left in home. For insurance, we didn't take anything out of insurance, so we started with 20, we added 200 for a total of 220. Medical, we started with nothing, we added 275, we spent 102 for a total of 173. For pet expenses, here's another one we're going to go negative in. We started with 0. We added 150. We spent 211. So we negative $61 there. For shopping, we started with 150. We spent 175. So we got negative 25 there. You can see the categories that I spend from the most very easily here. Subscriptions. We have, nope, this is wrong. We didn't take anything away. We have a total of 150, and then for vacations we added 203. We didn't take anything away, so we have 203. All right, so let's go ahead and add up everything we spent and make sure that the amount is what I have on my credit card, which is 950 some odd dollars, and I have 959 here. We have a little bit more here because I rounded things up, which is fine. So 959 is what we spent. So I'm going to go into my binders now, but I'm going to take the cash out of the various funds. For these ones that I am negative, I am either going to snitch some money from some of these other funds that has a little bit more that I know I'm not going to need to access, or I'll pull it out of long-term savings so that nothing starts the month out negative, because I don't want to start November negatively. I feel like that's just a bad look. But overall, for our ending balance, I'm going to go ahead and add up the positives, and then I'll subtract the negatives, and we'll see what we have in total in our funds to start November. We're going to end November with a total of $1,779 in our sinking funds. Take out what I need to take out from my binders and true everything up, and then set up my sinking funds tracker with starting balances for November. You guys will have to let me know if this type of video interests you. I don't know if it does, but it's something I have to do to kind of true up my budget anyway, and I figure if I'm doing it, I might as well film it. So we're going to start out with Austin. We added a total of $250 in the month of October, but we did spend some, and that's what I need to do here today is pull it out. So $10.29, we're going to pull out $145 because that is what we spent on my credit card. The actual amount that I spent on my credit card is $955.70. I just rounded all of the things up. I didn't actually do the coins and the change, so we're gonna end up with $959, and I'll just have a little bit of a buffer, which is fine. So $145, is what I need to take from Austin's fund, and that will leave it with 105 if my math is accurate. So I'm gonna pull out the smaller denominations, I think, because they can go to the bank and hopefully then this won't be quite so fat. We're gonna leave 105 behind. So that should mean that this is 145. 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. And I'm just gonna set this aside. All right, so from camping, we didn't need to take anything. What's the next one we need to take money out of? Clothing, but that's in my other binder. Hobbies is in my other binder. Home, is that in this binder? Yes. So we're gonna take $100 out of home. And maybe I can make some change here for this 100. 50, 70, 90, 100. So if we pull out 100, that'll leave $50 in here. So 20, 40, 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 50 is 100. And I'm actually gonna take this 50 and leave this 50 behind. I confused myself there. Sorry, you guys. I think I did extra steps that were unnecessary. All right, so I'm actually gonna just highlight these so that I know I took them. I took this, and I took this. All right, next is medical. And I need to take out 175. Right? No, 102. I don't know where I got 175 from. 102 is gonna come out, and that'll leave us with 173. One, 20, 40, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3. So that's what we're gonna leave behind. So sorry about that. My camera battery died. I'm not sure where it cut me off. Basically what I was saying is any money that I need to pull out of long-term savings, I will, so that I'm starting November out with a clean slate and no negatives. Okay, so now I'm gonna move into my other binder to get the rest of this money. So from clothing, I need $45. $43. I'm just gonna take 45, it's fine. So that'll leave me with 105. $20, $40. And let's do some of these other numbers. 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Do I have a 10? Of course not. 20, 30, 35, 40, $45. I'll go there. And that'll leave us with 105. But I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and get back one of these 5s. 20, 40, 60, 80, 105. Do I have some other larger denominations here I can take? Do I have anything bigger than a 20? That is the question. Oh, I have 100. Perfect. 105 is what I'm gonna leave in clothing. Okay, so that took care of that. And then hobbies. I need to just go ahead and empty, sadly. We're gonna pull 100 from hobbies. And that's gonna start over at 0. So the other 83 of that's gonna have to come out of savings. And then last but not least, we have shopping, which I need to go ahead and empty as well. So that'll start as 0 as well. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, so let's go ahead and count up what we have here. First, I gotta put it all in order. So what did I say I actually needed? $955.70 is what I actually need to pay off my credit card here. So let's see what I actually have in cash and what I need to pull from savings. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 600, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92. So $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $692 is what I have. So from my long-term savings, I'm going to pull $263.70. I could go in and take that money from some of these other funds that I know have it, but I just want to have everything be nice, even, and round numbers, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull $263.70 from long-term savings, add that to the cash I have here, and go ahead and pay off my credit card, and we'll be able to start November fresh. So let me go ahead and set up my sinking funds worksheet for November. All right, I have my November worksheets here, and I need to find my sinking funds page, which is right here. And we're just gonna get started. So Austin's fund is gonna start out November with $105. Okay, camping, starting out with $200. Car is gonna start out with $150. Celebrations is gonna start out with $240. Christmas is gonna start out with $100. Clothing is gonna start out with $107. Nope, we said $105 because we took that extra couple of dollars from there. So it should be $105. Let me just double check that. Yep, $105, okay. Emergency is going to start out with $250. Hobbies, we're going to start it out with $0. Home is going to start out with $50. Insurance is going to start with $220. Medical is going to start out with $173. Pet expenses is going to start out with $0. Shopping is going to start out with $0. Subscriptions is going to start out with $150. And vacations is going to start out with $203. So there we go. This is going to go in the bank. I'm going to transfer this $263.70 from long-term savings. I am going to go in and like double check all my math, make sure it's all accurate, but I'm going to get all of these funds back to positive, or at least $0 with my long-term savings, and let's see what we're going to start out November with in cash. So 105 plus 200 plus 150 plus 240 plus 100 plus 105 plus 250 plus 50 plus 220 plus 173 plus 150 plus 203. $1,946 in my sinking funds to start off November. So that feels really good. I hate that I had to take money out of long-term savings, but I have this much in my buffer from the money that I have had left over from my paycheck budgets. So our long-term savings is still going to end up with more at the end of October than it started with, just by 263 less than what would have been added to it. Does that make sense? So we will continue to add money throughout November to my sinking funds. I definitely feel like I did better overall in October than I did in September with my sinking funds, doing things a little bit differently. So I'm going to continue that process, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.